Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video using a bunch of new products. Some of these new products I actually bought at the Sephora sale, and then a few of these products I actually bought at Ulta when they had their 20% off. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through everything. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. So I've already prepped my skin. I've already put my moisturizer on, my SPF, all of my serums, everything that I use for my skincare I've already put on. That's why my face is a little red, because I've actually been just like rubbing everything in, and I do my little tool, my little jade tool, I do that. So that's why you see a lot of redness. But it's not going to show through the makeup, so it'll be just fine. I want to start off with the Stellar Brilliant Matte Primer. This primer has been one of my favorite primers for my pores. It's been really, really good. I only use like a tiny, tiny bit just for my T-zone. And I'm telling you guys, when you use this, you can literally see it like blur everything. It just fills those pores in really, really well. So I love using this for my T-zone, and it also keeps me matte throughout the day. And I've really been loving it for that, because here where I live, it gets really hot and humid, and I start to get a little oily in my T-zone. So this actually helps. I'm not gonna use like a full face primer today. I usually use a primer when I put foundation on, but today I'm not going to, because I'm using this Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Face. It's this right here. Now, I did not initially pick this up when the Sephora sale was going on, because when I looked online, it looked really beautiful. But when I tested it in store, it kind of looked like something I already had. But when I got home, I kind of looked at what I already had, and what I had was just a little bit more pigmented than this. So I went back to Sephora, I picked it up. So I want to see how it actually works on me. So I got the shade Spectrum Bronze, and this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful bronze shade. So I'm going to use this today for my primer, because I feel like when I tested it, it was like a little tacky, and it might be good for holding my foundation together. So I'm just going to put like a little drop on, kind of rub that between my fingers. I'm using the viewfinder to actually see how I'm spreading this. So far by looking at it, it looks really like pretty. It's very glass-like and it's very glowy, but it doesn't have a lot of bronze tint to it. So in comparison to the one I have here, which is, by the way, the Lumi Glow, and it's the bronze one, I think it's in the number shade 3, but I'm not for sure, so I'll list it right here. But that one is just a little bit more tinted than this one, but this one is still really pretty on the skin. It looks very glowy, very glass-like. So far this one looks pretty. To me, it's a different type of look than the Lumi Glow. So we're just gonna go with it today. We're just gonna see if it makes a difference under my foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my foundation. I know that I usually do my eyes first and then do my foundation last. But today what I'm going to do is go ahead and start with the foundation, because I have a palette that I'm actually going to be doing an eye look with, and that palette is not going to be in this video. I'm going to try to post the eye tutorial before I post this video. So let me go ahead and start with my foundation. I'm using the Ultra Latent Chanel Ultra Wear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. I have had this foundation for a while. I did not do a review on it, but I really do love this foundation. I do feel like it lasts a reasonable amount of time. Even though I really like it, I don't actually pick it up as much as I'd like to. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and use it today. I'll pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand, as you can see there. And I'm using my Wet n Wild sponge. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that all into my skin. You see, it really is a beautiful foundation. Like I said, I really like the foundation. I just don't know why I don't pick it up as often. I guess I like the other foundations that I have way better. So yeah, I probably need to do a video showing you guys what my favorite foundations are. That video is actually long overdue, because I think I mentioned that one time that I was going to do a favorite foundations video, and I haven't gotten to it. Let me know if that's the type of video that you would like to see. It's not really all high-end or all drugstore. It's kind of a mixture, to be honest. Yeah, I have quite a few that I like. So if you want to see that, let me know in the description box below. I think that about covers it for the foundation. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my normal Tarte concealer in the shade Tan, and I put this actually on those areas where I want a little bit more coverage. So right on my cheeks, above my lip, down my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put on this corrector that I purchased at Sephora that I have been loving, and it's the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat High Cover Radiant Concealer, and it comes in this beautiful packaging here, and it's like a pen-like type of concealer. I'm just gonna pump a little bit out and then put that right where I have some dark circles. I didn't get much sleep last night, so this will work for me today. This stuff is super high coverage, and I really like it just for correcting those dark circles. So I don't have a new concealer. I'm gonna be using the Born This Way multi-purpose or multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Natural Beige. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let that just set in just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over it with some powder. So for powder, I'm using the Glow 03 by Stellar. Here's what the shade looks like, and I'm actually gonna use this to set my foundation. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe powder brush. Now before I do this, I noticed that I look very glowy, so that Kevyn Aucoin is kind of seeping through this foundation. And I know that because I've worn this foundation several times and it doesn't look as glowy as it does now. So as you can see, you see that glow? It is coming through on the foundation, but we will see how long it lasts for me throughout the day. Even though I'm not doing a wear test today, I will be wearing this probably for about 5 or 6 hours today. I'll take note to see if it gets like greasy or oily or anything like that. But so far, it just has a really nice glow to it. Wow, that Stellar powder is so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? It looks so soft. Okay, I forgot to get a powder to set my under eyes. Let me go get that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got my Ofra banana powder. I'm gonna use that to set my under eyes. So I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I'm going in with the Bare.Minerals bronzer. And this is a new bronzer that they came out with. It's in the shade Warmth. So here's what it looks like. So this is actually the shade here. I'm gonna take this Sonia Kashuk brush and I'm going to dab it into the bronzer, and then I'm just gonna bronze my face. It has like a distinct smell to it. It kind of smells like caramel to me. I like the color. The color's really, really pretty. And take some down my neck. That's a pretty shade. I think that's really, really pretty. It went on so smoothly. And then I got a liquid bronzer, and it's the Bare.Minerals Bare Pro Glow Liquid Bronzer. I forgot to use this in this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it for you guys. You could kind of tell that everything's settled, so I'm just gonna shake it up. And I wish I would have used this. I'm so mad that I forgot. But oh, wow, it's pretty. But this is the shade right here. Oh, I can't wait to use this. I will be doing a tutorial using this because I really love the shade. It's just so perfect. So it's not watery, it's pretty creamy, because I'm rubbing it in and it's going in really nicely. So I did pick up 2 highlighters. So I got the liquid highlighter in the color Joy, and I got the powder highlighter in the color Joy. So I got both highlighters, so I'm gonna use both of them today. But this is the color Joy. It's a very peachy type color. The Joy, the liquid, looks like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Joy, the liquid first. There it is right there. And I'm just gonna use my sponge to actually dab that onto the high points of my cheeks. I swatched these in store and I fell completely in love with them. They're so, so beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I think the sponge is actually soaking up some of the product. You see that? It's so pretty. So I'm gonna put a little bit, because I want that little bit of highlight above my brow. I'm gonna go in just right here, just to give that glow right above my brow. So now I'm going to go in with the powder highlighter. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same brush that I set my under eyes, and I'm just gonna go in there, tap off the excess, and then go over that highlight. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that peachy color. But that's it right there. The powder just gives it that little bit of something. Just makes it more extra. For blush, I have this Buxom Wanderlust blush in Seychelles, and that's the shade there. It's a very neutral type blush. I don't really see it as too peach or too pink. It's kind of just very neutral. I'm gonna take this Morphe E53 brush. I'm gonna dab it into the blush and just tap that into the skin. Oh my gosh, guys, this blush is gorgeous. So for lips, I'm going in with this Bite Outburst Longwear Lip Stain. I bought this during the Sephora sale and I have not used it, so I want to try it today. I don't have a lip liner, but that's okay. I think I can manage. This is pretty slender, so I think it'll allow me to have a little bit of control. So here is the shade here, and I'm going to place that on my lips. For a minute there, I thought I wasn't recording. Look how beautiful that is. And this is what they're calling a lip stain. To me, it looks like a full-on lipstick. It's just really, really pretty. Very pigmented. Went on really nicely. It doesn't have like a slip to it, but it feels like a lipstick. Yeah, I like it. I really do. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go off camera, do my eyebrows, do my eye makeup, and then I'll be back and we'll talk about my first impressions on all these products. Okay guys, I'm back. So I did my eyes, I did my eyebrows, and I'll show you in a bit what I used for my eyeshadow. But for right now, I did not get to use the Stellar powder in Twilight. It's this one right here. It's more of like a glowy type powder. It has like really fine shimmer to it. So I'm gonna use that to actually buff that all over my skin, and I'm using this Morphe R2 brush. I'm just gonna put a little bit inside the top, kind of blend everything together. So based on first impressions, I will say that this powder looks so beautiful on the skin. It has just like this really beautiful soft glow to it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but do you see that soft glow? When I turn my head, it just has an all over soft glow to it, and I just love it. It's so pretty, and it's a perfect shade for my skin tone right now. So I have to say that the Stellar Twilight Luster Powder is a beautiful powder to actually buff into the skin right after you've done all your makeup. So yeah, this is a plus. So let's get into the other products that I used that were new today and give you my first impressions on those. The first thing I want to talk about is this Glow 03 by Stellar. This is also a beautiful, gorgeous powder that you can set your makeup with. It just looks really nice on the skin, very soft. If you guys noticed when I did put it on to set my makeup, it just made my makeup look really flawless. Both of these powders are very finely milled. I think that that makes a huge difference. When a powder is very, very finely milled, where when you rub it through your fingers, it just kind of disappears, that's the kind of powder that you want to set your face with. These Stellar powders really wowed me. I think they're so beautiful, and I would highly recommend these. The next thing I want to mention is this Buxom Wanderlust blush in Seychelles. It's a very neutral type blush, very beautiful on the cheeks, went on nicely, blended really well, and the color is just right. I'm sure that you could wear this shade with any eye look because it's very neutral, very natural, and it just looks really pretty on the skin. So yeah, I really like this blush. For the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow, I'm on the fence about this one. I think that it looks really pretty on the skin, but once I set it, it doesn't look like it really made a huge difference to my skin. Like I said, I love the Lumi Glow. It's a little bit more tinted than this one. This one's just very light, and yeah, so I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. So anyway, if you guys have tried that product and you use it a different way, please let me know in the comments below how you guys use it. Maybe there's a different way to use it in the sense that it'll make it look like more glowy on my skin. So if you guys have used it in a different way, just let me know in the comments down below. So for this Bite Beauty lip stain, it is so beautiful, guys. I love it. I love that it's bright for the summertime. I love that it went on so creamy and so effortless. I did not use a liner. I don't even think I have to use a liner with this. The fact that it's so thin gave me like complete control. They call this a lip stain, and to me it looks like a lipstick, but it doesn't feel as heavy as a lipstick. So yeah, it just looks really pretty and I really like it. So for the Bare.Minerals highlighters, these are gonna be another one of my favorites. The liquid highlighter, Enjoy, it just looks super, super gorgeous on the skin. It just gives that really pretty glow from within look. The color is like a beautiful type peachy color. I don't know if you guys can see the glow there. It's very subtle, but beautiful. It's not a highlighter that's gonna be like bam, you know, on your skin. It's just gonna be that highlighter that gives you that beautiful, light, fresh glow. I love how it applied. It went on seamlessly. There was no breakup in my foundation. It just laid on my foundation beautifully. So yeah, this is a really, really good product, as well as its sister powder product in the color Joy by Bare.Minerals. This goes on so nicely, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you next to the glow. So this is the swatch. I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice, but it's right here. As you can see, it's got that beautiful peach glowy look to it. And I think it just looks so beautiful on the cheeks. Now this one gives that bam look. I mean, on top of that liquid highlighter, it made it pop. It's very creamy, it's not choppy, it's not drying or anything like that. It's just a beautiful highlighter. So for the last thing I used was the Bare.Minerals Bronzer in Warmth. This is a gorgeous bronzer. It's like the perfect color for my skin tone. I loved it. I thought it went on beautifully. It's very easily blendable. This is gonna be probably one of my favorite new bronzers, and I think it's going to replace one that I've recently been using that I've been loving. So yeah, I really like this bronzer. It just looks really nice, and it just has that perfect bronze tint to it. I did not get to use the liquid bronzer, but like I said, I will be using it in another tutorial here soon. And before I leave you guys, I do want to mention on my eyes is the Colourpop Palette-Sol. This is a new Colourpop palette that just came out recently. These are the shades right here, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys because I am doing a separate video on that. And that should be up, like I said, before this one. So thanks for being here, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these Bare.Minerals products, because they are bomb. They are so good. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll talk to you soon.